And this generation does not intend to founder in the backwash of the coming age of space. We mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it. He said because it is there. Well, space is there.
Everyone, welcome to That Space Show, episode 15. I'm your host, as always, Nick. Thank you. And we're going to be covering the dates of the weekend of April 3rd and today, which is Monday, April 6th, 2024. And first, I'm going to throw up some comments on the screen. Thank you. And thank you. And I hate to break it to you, but the videos this week are going to be a little bit raw on the editing because I do have finals, so it's going to be a little bit tough to juggle editing and studying for AP Computer Science. Am I right? So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe because we're posting 3 days a week. 3 days of space news? Make sure to subscribe if you want to be updated on all the current space news. I mean, who wouldn't? And have your notifications on. Straight into it. Let's go. And now astronomy. On Monday, we're going to have the conjunction of the moon and Mercury. And then the moon is going to be at perihelion. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have the new moon. Very cool. And a bunch of launches. Let's go! Bruh. We had the Falcon 9 Block 5 selling group 6 through 56. Now that's going to be Monday, May 6th, 2024. And that's going to be at 11:34 a.m. Eastern Time Zone. We have the one I'm very excited about, the Atlas V N22, which is the Starliner CFT. And that's going to be at 10:34 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. That's going to have the astronauts on them. I'm so excited to see how that goes. And we're going to have the Long March 6C, unknown payload. So we'll have to see what goes into that. Usually the unknown payload ones I don't usually find footage of. So that's going to be at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. If you could find that, go ahead and give it a watch. And then we have the Falcon 9 Block 5, Starlink Group 6 through 57. That's going to be Tuesday, May 7th, 11:08 a.m. Eastern Time Zone. And then wrapping up Tuesday, we're going to have the Falcon 9 Block 5, Starlink Group 8 through 2. And that's going to be at 10:48 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. So, without further ado, let's get into the and astrobiology and astrophysics. Now, dead stars, of course, known as white dwarfs, are intriguing objects with masses like the sun, but sizes similar to Earth. These stellar remnants, which make up about 97% of stars in our galaxy, form as stars reach the end of their lives and their core ends up collapsing. While white dwarfs are common, their chemical makeup has puzzled astronomers for years, especially the presence of heavy metals on their surfaces. Now, using computer simulations, it was found that white dwarfs can consume nearby objects such as comets or asteroids, which explains the presence of heavy metals on their surfaces. Now, the researchers simulated a scenario where a white dwarf received a natal kick during its formation, altering its motion and dynamics of surrounding material. They observed that this kick caused the orbits of nearby comets and asteroids to become elongated and aligned, leading to the white dwarf consuming these objects over time. These findings provide insights into the dynamics of white dwarfs and how they actually interact with their surroundings. Not only that, but they offer clues about the formation and evolution of solar systems, including our own, as white dwarfs are likely the ultimate fate of many planetary systems. And on to... Now, let's go on to space discoveries. Now, in my opinion, I think there's a lot of acronyms, so just be prepared for that. And now, using the James Webb Telescope, astronomers studied young stellar objects, YSOs, in the NGC 346 open cluster. Now, YSOs are stars in early stages of evolution, including protostars and pre-main sequence stars. NGC 346 has a complex star formation history with multiple populations. The team, led by Nolan Habel of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, use James Webb Near Infrared Camera (NIR) cam and Mid-Infrared Instrument (MIRI) to analyze the cluster. They detected 196 YSOs and pre-main sequence stars, as well as 833 objects with significant mid-infrared excess, indicating that they might be YSOs. Spectral energy distribution, which they use for the spectrograph and all that, fitting on 77 sources, identified 23 YSOs with a wide range of sizes, masses, and temperatures. The least massive YSO, CN202153, is the lowest mass extragalactic YSO confirmed. Further spectroscopic studies with James Webb are recommended to learn more about these YSOs in NGC 346. The space tech. Now, the European Space Agency's EarthCare satellite has reached an exciting stage in its journey to space. Recently, a team of engineers carefully extracted it from its protective transport container, kicking off a process of inspection and testing. They've been working hard to ensure that the satellite is in perfect condition, which is super important for its instruments to work at their best for testing. EarthCare's mission is all about studying how the clouds, aerosols, solar energy, and the Earth's climate are actually all connected. By keeping the satellite very clean, scientists hope to get the best possible data to understand these processes better. Now that the cleaning is done, the next big step is fueling up the satellite. This is a major milestone as it gets ready for its liftoff from its California launch site. It's an exciting time for the team behind EarthCare as they get closer to unlocking more secrets about our planet's climate. And on to Europe's latest rocket, R96, is all set for its first ever mission, carrying a variety of space missions with unique goals and teams cheering them on. From launching new Earth-observing satellites to exploring deep space and testing new technologies, R96's inaugural flight will demonstrate its strength and versatility as a heavy lift launcher. Now, one of the highlights of this mission is the Berlin-based Exolaunch's contribution. Their Exopod Nova deployer, designed to carry the CubeSats into space, will be on board. This deployer, weighing less than about 14 kilograms, can hold up to 16 CubeSats, showcasing its flexibility. For this flight, Exopod Nova will carry about 4 CubeSats, demonstrating its capabilities. The deployer's doors open in response to a signal from the rocket, releasing the satellites into space. Exolaunch's commitment to innovation and quality ensures the success of integration and deployment of these new satellites. As R96 prepares for its liftoff, the inclusion of the Exopod Nova highlights all the efforts that went into making this possible. Excited to see this work. And on to... Oh, finally, in my opinion, the most interesting topic today. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, after a journey marked by challenges and delays, Boeing's Starliner capsule has finally, what will later be today, a milestone, its first ever crewed mission to the ISS. And now what astronauts are on there? Well, astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams are aboard for this historic flight, representing a leap forward for Boeing and NASA's Commercial Crew program. The mission's success not only certifies Starliner for regular service, but also underscores Boeing's dedication to space travel. With Starliner now operational alongside SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft, NASA gains added flexibility in its choices for human spaceflight capabilities. Super excited. I believe that's at 10:34 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, so definitely give that a watch. Very excited to see how that turns out. And now, over here, I'm going to be showing you a video, and check out this amazing video captured by the European Space Agency's Solar Orbiter mission. showing the sun in a way that you've never seen before. Now, the sun appears fluffy with feathery structures made of plasma, following magnetic field lines in its lower atmosphere. This video showcases various features on the sun, including coronal moss, spicules, and coronal rain. Coronal moss gives the sun its fluffy appearance and is typically found around sunspot group centers, where magnetic conditions are strong. I believe we actually talked about that in one episode. Don't quote me on which one it is. And spicules. Now, spicules are tall spires of gas that reach up from the sun's chromosphere, reaching heights up to 10,000 kilometers or 6,000 miles. And now the video also shows the rain, which is cooler than the rest of the solar surface and consists of higher density clumps of plasma falling back towards the sun under the gravity's influence. Missions like Solar Orbiter, the Parker Solar Probe, and the Solar Dynamics Observatory are providing astronomers with unprecedented views of the sun, helping us learn more about our star. And now China. What about China? Well, China has launched a lunar probe to the far side of the moon, aiming to return samples that could offer insights into the moon's lesser explored region. The mission, named after the Chinese mythical moon goddess Shan 6, which we talked about last episode, lifted off from the Weichang Launch Center on Hainan Island. Sorry if I mispronounced any of that. It marks a significant step in China's ambitious space exploration program, which includes plans to put astronauts on the moon by 2030 and conduct 3 lunar probe missions over the next 4 years. The lunar probe, equipped with scientific instruments from Italy, France, the European Space Agency, and Sweden, will explore the moon's far side, which is ideal for radio astronomy and scientific research due to the lack exposure of the Earth. Now, the mission is part of China's broader efforts to expand its space exploration capabilities and compete with the United States, which remains a leader in space technology. Space Race Part 2. And with further ado, let's... And I'd like to thank everyone for watching again. Thank you so much if you made it this far. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd consider subscribing. I mean, look at all the people that have already subscribed. They're getting 3 days. Wait. Huh? They're getting 3 days of space news a week? What is it? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? Did I hear that right? 3 days! And if you hit the notification bell, you can get notified when those uploads 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone. And I'm sorry if the editing's, of course, a little bit raw because I gotta study up for AP stats and everything. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember, be bold. Be original. Be invincible. Also, May the 4th be with you.